Have you ever wondered why you haven't been able to maintain your ambition for exercise? Or are you someone who just doesn't like exercise that much? Or maybe you've started out, you've got into it, you enjoyed it, and then you've just fallen back into an old way that you know just doesn't work for you. Or are you someone who is playing the game of health, but it's just become a bit stagnant? More importantly, how would you like to make this a whole lot more sociable, fun, and enjoyable? So mistake number 3 is that you're trying to do this all alone. Now, mistake number 3 is often a hidden one. You probably haven't even thought that your support network is so important, but it is. And it's crucial to strengthen it. And it's important to be challenged by your environment. So there is some really important research around this topic, which I want to share with you, which is really quite fascinating. So neuroscience is uncovering some really interesting studies about how our behavior is governed by our environment. And the discovery of mirror neurons in monkeys has led neuroscientists to believe that we have similar behavioral patterns to monkeys. So what are mirror neurons? That's a great question, well done for asking. So mirror neurons are cells that fire during both the execution and observation of a specific action. So let me say that again. Mirror neurons are cells that fire during the execution and observation of a specific action. So they've been linked to many behaviours and abilities, from empathy to learning by imitation. So what this means is that by just being in an environment around other people who are performing specific actions, we will start to mimic them and imitate them. And when we start to imitate, guess what? New characteristics will start to develop in order for us to become like our group members. So if you spend a lot of time in an inactive environment, then you're likely to be, guess what? Inactive. If you spend a lot of time with yogis, then you'll probably start to get into yoga. So there's a clue in this example of how to develop physical habits, and in so doing, create more wellness as a result. And by going and hanging out in the gym for a week, or spending time with a bunch of surfers or gymnasts or martial artists or whatever it is that floats your boat, you'll start to take on new habits. And so look what happens. Look at who you become in that environment. And I'm aware that if this is something totally new for you, then this might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, and you might have all sorts of reasons not to act. But the act of being uncomfortable in your environment is actually essential. And if you weren't to feel uncomfortable at some level, I'd probably say that it's probably not something that you will sustain. Now, the mission really is quite simple. Go and be around people who are an inspiration to you physically. People who are up to physical things that inspire you. Get in the sports, in the gym, dancing, art, yoga, walking. Just get into an environment and start befriending people in those environments. Talk to them, share with them your aspirations, your fears about being able to do this. Spend as much time around them as possible. Just show up, that's it. It's really that simple. So go now, make a call, book a class, and go somewhere tonight, if not today or tomorrow, but do something new, or try an adapted version of what you're doing to challenge yourself, to challenge your environment. And there's a top tip here I want to give you. You don't have to be good at something to start it. And that's it for today. Go and do that exercise right now. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm really grateful for your time.